The job market just broke. In 2024, we worried about ghost jobs and quiet firing. But today, the rules have been completely rewritten. If you feel like you're applying into a black hole or that your degree is suddenly worthless, you aren't crazy, and you aren't alone. New data shows that for the first time in history, a male college graduate is just as likely to be unemployed as someone who never went to school at all. And now you're hearing something that feels impossible: college graduates are struggling just as much as people without degrees. Welcome to Money Mind. Let's figure out how to survive this. Imagine spending 4 years and $100,000 on a degree because society told you it was a golden ticket. You cross the stage, flip your tassel, and realize, nobody is hiring. We've all seen the videos, graduates crying in their cars because they've applied to 500 jobs and haven't heard a peep. It's exhausting. For the last decade, the advice was simple: learn to code. But then AI arrived. Suddenly, those entry-level tech jobs are being automated or outsourced. We are seeing a frozen job market where mobility is dead. People aren't quitting because they're scared, and companies aren't hiring because they're waiting. There is a famous saying among analysts: if you want to find an industry that is about to crash, look at where all the Ivy League grads are going. In the 80s, it was oil. In the 2000s, it was finance. For the last 10 years, it was big tech. These industries boom, everyone rushes in to get the qualifications, and by the time you graduate, the party is over. You end up overqualified for a role that doesn't exist anymore. Now, before you go burning your diploma, we need to look at the nuances. Yes, unemployment for graduates and non-graduates is equalizing for men. But that doesn't mean a degree is useless. A qualified engineer looking for a job is still in a better spot than an unskilled laborer. The earnings are still higher for grads, but the gap is closing. Why? Because degrees aren't free. If you graduate with $80,000 in debt to get a job that pays $50,000, the math is broken. Sometimes, making $45,000 straight out of high school with zero debt actually puts you ahead for the first 20 years of your life. But here is the strangest part of the data: this unemployment trap is almost entirely a male problem. Graduate women are actually seeing a wider employment gap than ever. Why are men falling behind while women are staying ahead? The answer tells us exactly where the safe jobs are hiding. For decades, we've pushed to get women into STEM and business. It's been highly successful. But we haven't seen the same push to get men into fields like nursing, aged care, or elementary teaching. Let's be honest, there's a stigma. If a woman becomes an engineer, she's empowered. If a man becomes a nurse, he's often the butt of a joke. That stigma is costing you money. While tech and finance are cutting staff, healthcare is desperate for people. An aging population means nursing is one of the most recession-proof jobs on earth. In sociology, there is a concept called the glass elevator. It found that when men enter female-dominated fields, they often find it much easier to move into management and higher-paying roles. You might start with a lower salary than a software dev, but because you are in a field with a massive shortage, your job security is 100%. Don't let a business school douchebag talk you out of a stable career because it isn't prestigious. Prestige doesn't pay the rent, cash does. So, what is everyone else doing right now? They're job hugging. We used to tell you to job hop every 2 years to get a 20% raise. In 2026, that's dangerous. Right now, the market is rewarding people who stay put. Nobody is leaving, nobody is pushing for promotions, and nobody is taking risks. They are staying in roles where they are past their probation period so they aren't the first ones cut in the next round of layoffs. If you have a job right now, your goal shouldn't just be to survive, it should be to become unreplaceable. This is why arts and humanities majors are actually doing okay right now. They often enter fields they are passionate about and stay there for years, becoming experts. The job market is changing faster than the school system can keep up. If you're a young worker today, you can't rely on a piece of paper to save you. You need to look where others aren't looking. Whether that's the trades, healthcare, or becoming so specialized in your current role that a layoff would tank the department. Stop chasing the boom industries after they've already peaked. Look at the data, ignore the buzzwords, and build a career based on what the world actually needs, not what looked good in 2022. If you want to stay ahead of these shifts and learn how to actually build wealth when the old rules are breaking, you need to be part of this community. Hit the subscribe button and join the Money Mind family. Keep learning, and keep that money mind sharp.